back to my channel. Erika Tesla here. Today I am going to be talking about some products that I received from Nomad Beauty. It's a brand that's new to me. I have had a friend recommend their products, but they actually reached out to me and sent me some of their items to try. So I thought it would be fun to try some stuff out on camera with you. So these are going to be like super duper first impressions because I haven't really ever tried anything personally from the brand. I have seen other content creators trying out the products on their feeds and things like that. So I'm really excited to try a brand new to me brand. But I did want to say, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for deciding to click on this video. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. It's so good to have you here. And if you are not familiar with my content, I tend to do beauty videos. I love makeup. I love talking about makeup, playing with makeup, and trying different things out. So I'll do reviews, sometimes tutorials, just all of the different things that you could imagine you could talk about with makeup I'm interested in. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get into trying these products out. So I've already done a little moisturizer primer on my skin. I have the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. that I've already applied. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the Nomad Beauty Neutral 70 cream foundation. So this is the cream foundation, and one of the things that's really cool about this brand is that the packaging is recyclable. So this is all cardboard, guys. This is all cardboard, so they don't have any plastic. And then of course the pans are like a tin or metallic, I'm assuming biodegradable material. So it's really cool that they are very environmentally friendly. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna like dip in with my finger first just to see like how this is. Like they asked me like if I'd be interested in trying the products, and so I kind of had to look online and see if I felt like the shade was good. So I'm optimistic. So let's go ahead and like put that on. So that's actually a pretty nice shade match. I'm actually pretty impressed, and I'm optimistic about the coverage. So I'm gonna use my Sigma Soft Coverage brush. And what's nice about this particular brush is that it is just the right size to actually fit into the pan. And I'm going to apply that directly to my skin. And ooh, the coverage is really nice, guys. Now I'm still gonna go in with the concealer. I don't have a concealer from them. I'm probably gonna still do a concealer just like under the eyes, but this foundation coverage is pretty impressive. So look at that. So, you know, I don't have perfect skin. I kind of have similar discoloration on both sides. So let's see how it works to cover up the blemishes here as well. And I'm just looking into my monitor. Do you guys see that? Like it looks like it erased it. And that's without using a ton of product. So, so far I'm impressed with the shade match and the coverage, because I am a full coverage girly. I know there's a lot of skin tints coming out, and I really struggle with those, guys. Like, I'm not a light coverage girl. That's just not what I do. And I'm liking the finish. Like, it's natural. It doesn't look dry on first application, but that's pretty good. And I'm looking in my mirror in front of me too. I can still see my freckles. To me, that's kind of how I test like how full coverage something is. I do naturally have freckles. As you can see, I have them on my nose. So let's see, applying the foundation. I'm looking in my mirror as I apply it, guys, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed. I think it looks pretty natural. I'm very happy with the shade match. This is shade Neutral 70. For comparison, I wear a couple of different shades in the Urban Decay, the newest foundation. I'm a medium 18 in NARS. I wear Syracuse, House Labs. What am I? I'm a few different shades. You know what I might do? I'm gonna go ahead and put my other foundations and the shades, the corresponding shades, in the description box for you guys, so you can hopefully shade match, because I always appreciate it when I see somebody with a skin tone similar to mine trying out foundations and sharing what they wear. And I know I did a video recently, somebody asked me like, what shade is that? Oh, it was the Urban Decay Face Bond foundation I think I had tried, and I wear a medium 18 in that. That's like my perfect shade in that that line. So I'm just going along the side here, covering up those little blemishes. And it feels really lightweight, guys. This feels really good. And I'm just bringing it down my neck. I got a little red spot here on my nose. And I really like this brush, guys, because like I can use the different sides of it to apply the product. And I don't know, on camera I'm feeling it looks pretty good. Like I feel good, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror in person, and I feel like that coverage is really impressive. I'm really pretty impressed, because as you could see earlier, like you could see like my freckles, my blemishes, that kind of thing. I think the real test is going to be obviously wear time, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some concealer on, and we'll come back and we'll try some of the other products. I just put on a little bit of concealer under the eyes. That's something I would have done regardless of the foundation I'm using, just to add a little bit of brightness. And overall, I'm still really happy with how this makeup is looking. So we're gonna go ahead and use the setting powder. This is the Blurring Loose setting powder in translucent, and I love a translucent setting powder. And I've been a Laura Mercier stan for a long time now, but I'm really keen to try this brand setting powder. And again, the packaging, I'm opening this up right now, guys. You will see in a second that this too is cardboard. So this is a cardboard, fully cardboard component, and this is cardboard, and typically I've been used to a plastic container for my setting powder. So I'm just gonna tap a little bit of this out and see if I can get enough out to just apply under my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and use my BK Beauty 108 brush. I really like this for applying powder, and this is a really versatile brush. You can use it for powders, highlights. So I'm just going to tap it under the eye. I'm not going to bake, but you can already see the difference, like it's mattifying under the eye. So here's the powder and here's without powder. So you can see that shininess of the product and it just melding into the skin. And then you can see here that the powder does a really nice job mattifying the product. And I'm gonna turn my head to the side, and hopefully the lighting will let you see how that mattifies the foundation a little bit. And I'm just going to concentrate the powder on the areas of my face that tend to get really shiny, so my forehead. And it's blending in really nicely. This is a very smooth powder. It's nicely milled. It's lightweight. It feels really good going on. I've had some powders that when you put them on, they almost immediately feel like they're drying your skin out. And it's one of the reasons I've always liked the Laura Mercier powder, because it doesn't dry my skin out and make it look just, you know, pinched and pulled. And I'm gonna go along here. I usually like to put a little powder along my smile lines, just because that's an area that creases, and I'm gonna try my best to set that foundation. I mean, sometimes you just cannot prevent creasing because your face has folds in it, and that's perfectly normal. But overall, I'm like really impressed with this powder. It's a very nice finish. Let me just put a little touch more here. And I have to say, I don't feel like I look flat either. I did try my best not to put too much powder on, and that's just as a rule something I would do regardless of which brand of powder I'm using, because I don't want to look dry and have my face look too tight and pinched from like too much powder on my face. But I feel like my skin looks really healthy and natural, and I'm so far, first impressions, really impressed. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use the blush that came with this collection. And the other thing too, guys, what's really cool is like you can actually pop these squares out and they're magnetized on the back. So if you're like a makeup artist, I think this is a really nice feature because you can put this in a bigger magnetic palette and let the packaging go and not feel too guilty about it. So I'm just sticking that foundation back in there, and it's the same thing for the blush. This is such a beautiful shade, and this is the shade M20. And what's cool is like when you pop this out, the name is actually on the magnet, so you don't have to worry about taking it out and not being able to remember which product you had. I think the design is really impressive. I'm genuinely really impressed with like the thoughtfulness of the renewability, sustainability of the design, and just the practical features. Like, because you can see the name on the back. You have the slots here where the magnets go. So you could either keep it in the packaging and put it in something magnetic or pop the pan out. So this is the shade M20. That is a really pretty blush. Oh my, that's super pigmented. I'm gonna have to maybe go in and mute that a little bit, but that's a beautiful shade. So again, that's M20, really nice. Let me go in. I might have to like tap a little bit of the foundation on here because I didn't anticipate how pigmented it is. But here it is, like a lighter application, and then here's like the, you know, more intense application. Or I could just go in with more on this side. Why not? Just so you guys can really see it. It's pretty. I really like this color, and it's a very smooth powder, and it's going on really nicely. In my last video, I did use the ColourPop Pokemon collection, and I used the cream blushes in that collection. And when I tried it on at first, I was like, okay, this is okay. I ended up like hating it by the end of the day because it got patchy. It like ate up my foundation. I don't know what happened. I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of foundation and just maybe see if I can mute this a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what happened with that blush, guys. Like I ended up not really liking how it was looking by the end of the day. So I'm optimistic because I can already just sense by how well this has applied initially, this is gonna look like this most of the time. And I know it's not like perfect application. I'm not being like my most precise, so it's like a little bit everywhere, but the color is really beautiful and I really like this formula. So let's go ahead and get into the eye products. I have two cream eyeshadows here. Now I need to be a little bit more careful when I'm pulling these out. So I have this shade M142, which is like this really pretty green color, and then I have the shade M141. Now I thought that this was gray, so I thought like the green one was actually gray when I got the package, because if you look at the box, it's supposed to be the color. It's a little bit more muted on the sticker, but in the pan, this is like more green, and then this one is more blue. So I'm gonna try a shade on each eye. So this is a cream blush. I'm going in directly with my finger. That's beautiful, guys. That's really pigmented. And I'm gonna tap that in to the lid. So you can see this shade again. This is M142, and then I'm going in with the blue. Going in with the blue. This is M141. So here we have the blue and the green. Pigmented for sure. Wear time, I don't know yet, but let me blend this out just a little bit, just for my own, let's see. And this is blending really nicely too. I bet if I had put on like an eye primer or something, it'd probably look even like better, but really beautiful colors, guys. Like this is really, really nice. And then the final thing that they sent me was a lip liner. This is in the shade M1990. This is their Smooth Precision Lip Liner. And this is really nice. This is kind of my ideal lip liner shade. It's like a nudie, pinky brown shade. And I'm just putting that on, and it works like a typical lip liner. The pencil's really smooth. I'll say I'm not like having to tug or anything like that, because this is like a lighter lip liner. I have pigmented lips and I'm also like a tan skin person, so it's not gonna necessarily show up the same way it would as like a more chocolate brown lip liner. But I can say, looking in the mirror, this is really nice. It's a beautiful formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with one of my new What's Up Beauty lipsticks. I really like these guys. So What's Up Beauty has these gorgeous lipsticks, if I could talk. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Eye of Raw, which is like a nudie pink shade, because I think it'll go nicely with the lip liner. Yep. And What's Up Beauty has a gorgeous formula, you guys. They have some gorgeous formula. They've been really impressing me. So yeah, you guys, these are the products. So just a quick overview. We have the foundation, which I'm like really impressed by. You know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me a little bit of the Joe Blasco foundation. I don't know. I think Joe Blasco, I don't think they're in business anymore, but you used to be able to find them on Camera Ready Cosmetics, and it was like an ultra high coverage cream foundation. Like it came in somewhat of a similar format in like a circular container, and I think the closest thing I could compare it to would be like the KVD Good Apple foundation, the cream foundation. But this is kind of reminding me of that foundation in terms of how easy it was to just like put this on. So be curious to do like a comparison of the ingredients. But I'm really impressed with the foundation so far, at least on application. And then we have the blush, which again, this is M20, beautiful. And the two cream eyeshadows. I have my green here. That's like this really pretty, like minty, soft green. And then we have the blue, which is really beautiful. And I'm trying to see, I do have some creasing, but again, I did not use a primer. These are cream blushes, so I just wanted to see how the colors look. I think that for me, as I'm looking at it, lesson learned, I would do like an eye primer, or maybe use these under a powder eyeshadow just to set it, and you know, that way maybe try to mitigate some of the creasing that I'm seeing right now. But I don't fault the product. Like, I just have creasy eyelids, so that's pretty normal. And then we have the lip liner, which is a very nice product. And last but not least, the translucent setting powder. And I really like how finely milled it felt, how lightweight it feels. Like, I don't feel like my skin's drying out at the moment. So yeah, we'll have to see. I will come back to you in a future video, guys, and let you know, because like I'm such a fan of this foundation that I think this might get put into rotation. It's like the perfect color and everything. So I'm going to reconfigure this look a little bit. I'm going to reconfigure this look a little bit, because I'm not going to go out with like two different eyeshadow shades. I'm just not going to be able to do that. And then I'll just close out with my first impressions and final thoughts. Okay guys, I'm back. I finished my look, and just to give you a few details on what I added these gorgeous True Beauty lashes in the style let's see, Breath of Fresh Air. I really love their lashes. I'm gonna link those below. And then I used the brand new What's Up Beauty liners. So What's Up Beauty is another indie brand. They recently released some liners. They did a black liner and this really beautiful iridescent liner. So I went ahead and just paired those with each other to kind of add like a little pizzazz to this look. And then I finally went in with this Kaleidos liner. This is in 7Cs and it's like this beautiful green shade, and I love using these Kaleidos liners in the waterline. They're so pretty. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to Mob Beauty for sending these products to me to try. I am like loving this foundation so much, guys. Like I'm already like really happy. Like it's just sitting really nicely. It's like melding really beautifully into my skin, and the powder, gorgeous. The eyeshadows, they're a little creamy, they're emollient, so if you have creasing, you might want to play around with how you set them on the lids, maybe put down powder on top. So I tried to do to mitigate the creasing was I just took some translucent setting powder and I put that on the lid, and I will say it solidified how much I like this because my eyelids don't feel dry. It doesn't feel like it's sucking the moisture out of my lid. So overall, such a cute collection of products. Thank you again to Mob Beauty for sending these items my way. Like I'm so grateful anytime companies reach out and decide to share products with me to try and let you guys know what I think. So my first impressions are super positive. Like I have to say, I love the foundation, love the translucent setting powder. The blush is beautifully pigmented, and I'm going to play with the eyeshadows a little bit more. I'm typically not a big cream eyeshadow person personally anyway, just because of the challenges that I have with like creasy lids, and that is like a me issue. I don't think it's a brand issue because I will say like it's pigmented. These are pigmented. They apply really smoothly. They blend really beautifully. I'm just going to work on how to address like the creasiness. But again, that's just a personal thing for me to figure out like technique wise how they work best for me. So let me know if you guys have tried Mob Beauty before. I'm going to link these products in the description box. And if you stuck around this long, thank you so much for watching this video. I so appreciate you taking time out of your day to hang out with me. Please like this video if you enjoy content like this. Please leave me a comment. I love it when you guys say hello, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you join my little corner of the internet where we hang out. We talk about makeup. I keep it chill over here, and I hope you are having a really good day. If you're not, I hope it gets better, but thank you again. You're amazing. I appreciate you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.